Hi, this is Queens Talking Reality. And this is what? Quick Tea. I'm Farron. This is,
Elisa.
and
Matisse, they
we're
call
going
me.
to get right into it. First topic, Quad and King. I predicted correctly when I said he and her have broken up. It's been confirmed. They both, had statements coming out, and I'm not surprised.
I'm not either. And I've been saying since, I've always been when they had that altercation with Dr. Greg and King.
Oh,
I've been saying since then, I didn't like that interaction. I did not like how they was treating Dr. Greg. Y'all was all against Dr. Greg. I'm telling you, I knew from then, like, there was some, I didn't like his aggression. I didn't like it at all. I feel like he should have checked Quad then. And the man that he is acting like now, you would think he would have said something then. I knew it was fake.
you were right. You were
I
right.
knew it
But
was a matter of time. Thank
I,
you.
I didn't think I didn't think the breakup was due to that. I think if the breakup was due to he had too much pressure. He even mentioned in the last episode about the pregnancy. She no longer was even focused on the man. All she was focused on having a baby, having a baby, having a baby. The sex changed, the affection changed, her body changed. I think he got tired of all she wanted to talk about was having a baby. And also he probably felt like, look, this woman only want to be with me so I can produce kids. So I think that was probably more of the reason they broke up. I think if Quad had chilled, gotten to know him a little better, and just happened, it would have probably lasted a little bit longer.
I think so too, but I do think like that still was the real him that was coming to the surface because you really don't know someone until you really know them like a year or more in, and then they move into you. So I don't even think she really got the real him because they didn't live together. So I do
Yeah.
feel like he still got a little attitude with him that I didn't feel like when they had that whole like when they showed the Married to Medicine and when she was like talking to him about it, he wasn't comforting her. And if he does feel like that to me, I feel like the whole Greg situation when T was on there with him, Sweet T was on there with Dr. Greg, and then they were trying to talk about their baby journey and having a baby, and then Quad was coming at her about throwing a baby shower and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I just feel like the way King is acting now, that he should have checked Quad then, because Quad was just, to me, I just didn't like the way Quad was acting toward Dr. G then. And King was acting like submissive, not saying anything. He was so pro Quad and just like, having her back. To me, it was in an aggressive way when he came at Dr. G like that. But I just feel like the man that he is now and the way he's showcasing himself now, I just don't like it. And it's almost like he's outspoken. He's more assertive. Like you said, he might be sick of like the whole baby thing, but he should have said all of this before. Now he seems to be more assertive with how he feels and arrogant and just not empathetic about anything. Before, you just seemed more empathetic about how she was feeling, how the abuse with Greg. But it's like now's the time you really should be empathetic. Like, why aren't you showing that now? And then you were showing it before. But to me, I feel like the real him is resurfacing. Is surfacing, not resurfacing.
Well, that is also true, but I think Quad put too much pressure on the man to have this damn kid when the issue's not him, it's her. And I think they had probably little issues, but I think she put too much pressure. All like that's what he said. It seems like that's what he's been going around saying about potentially could have been a reason for the breakup.
But why did he say? It's so weird to me that I'm trying to say that he's been saying this to the guys and he's been feeling this. I'm just so surprised he's going around to Ghana. He's like doing it and even asking her, "Are you ready to go for a second round?" Like, why is it up to her? Like, I'm just surprised that he did all of this. Like going to Ghana, and especially when you have a small child, a preteen, and you're going to Ghana and you're going to doctor's appointments and you're constantly needing to have sex when she's taking the shots or whatever. Like, it is a lot of pressure, but I'm just surprised he didn't speak up during those times and he was still supportive toward her. So I just feel like that part of it, I do give him some grace, even though he seems to be a little bit nasty now, but he seemed to be, he dealt with a lot. He went through all of the motions until they couldn't get a viable fertilized egg. So it's like he went through everything. So I'm just surprised he did all of that.
Exactly. So I don't know the ins and outs of the relationship, but that man did love, I think, Quad. He did do a lot. You could even see it that he said he didn't want kids. So it was more like he was doing this for her. Like, I really want this, but you want. I mean, maybe Quad was paying for the trips. It was a trip to Ghana. So I mean, but just the fact that he was willing to have Quad in his life forever too. Because once you have a baby with this woman,
yeah.
So I think personally, he came to where he was like, Quad, we tried numerous times. I'm not willing to go try or something. I think it had a lot to do with the baby. And Quad, at this point, sorry to tell you, you could forget about having a baby. You may have to adopt. Where are you gonna find another man that you love, you care about, build a relationship? Another 2 to 3 years, you're already past 50 or close to 50. So I think this was her last chance. She put a lot of pressure on him because she knew it was, and it just didn't work out because he couldn't probably continue with this. And Dr. G and T is somewhere laughing hysterically. What about the 15 times a week? And my man, this, my man, my man, my man. Like, she should be embarrassed. And I said that if you go back to one of our older videos from when she first introduced him, I said, Quad, need to slow down. We're showing off this man because this is, you do all that stuff, and in a couple of years, you break up. And then you're embarrassed.
Yeah.
What happened? Exactly what I said. She was making too much of a big deal about King.
Yeah, so, and to me, I could see through it. I'm telling you, I knew it. Like, because I felt like it was just too much with the whole Greg situation and just her like being all drunk and then going in on Greg, asking for a neck hug, all of that stuff that I just feel like the way King's attitude is now, like, to me, he was kind of suppressing it, and he just seems to be more assertive now and just nasty. Like, so that wasn't the King last season. Last season, he was like very like quiet and just observing and pro Quad. Anything she did, he was not checking her. Now he's on some like, so is this not even comforting her as she's crying. Even in that episode, like this last episode of Married to Medicine, and he just seemed like even when they were like having eating, it's like she wanted some of his fish. She told her no. Like, it was just like so uncomfortable and awkward the way he was talking to her. And it looked like she was brushing it off, but usually she would probably respond and say something, but it seemed like she didn't want to in that moment, but it just seemed so awkward, that whole scene.
I thought she's like, if I say something, he's really going to show his ass on camera.
Yeah.
He's a Jamaican man too. They don't back down to confrontation.
Exactly. When it comes to and she didn't want to embarrass herself or
exactly. But I also think Quads has a very strong personality. And sometimes I was with a Jamaican man, when there's a female and a male and two strong personalities, you're going to butt heads because men always, I'm not saying all, but majority of Jamaican men feel the woman have to respect me. I'm the man. I'm up here. She's down here.
Yeah, that's how my husband is. He's Jamaican. And let me tell you something. It would probably be a showdown on there. The way I would respond, the way his attitude is, I don't back down. And I don't think I would on camera either. So it would be, the ratings would go bonkers because it would be terrible.
But Quad doesn't want that because it's going to go on social media. Everyone's going to talk about, oh my God, look what happened to Quad King. So she had a kind of like a little bit with like Dr. Greg and whatever her name was, T, is like, okay, let me just calm him down because I don't know what he's going to do on camera. I think that's what it was. Also, Quad's personality probably has changed, which I think he had mentioned, like, oh, she's not the same anymore. She's taking hormonal pills. She's wacko. They sometimes they have mood swings. So there's a lot of different things happening to her body that potentially could have made her change and could have led him to changing, or vice versa. But that scene alone, I was very uncomfortable because I could tell she was uncomfortable, and he didn't give a damn the cameras was there. He was like, okay, I'm gonna be looking bad on camera. Let me give her a piece of my fish and stuff. And that nasty attitude, I know that look, because we do it as women. That nasty attitude, like this Negro right here. I'm like, this was not his first time. It seemed like she's used to him acting like this or talking to her or being selfish about his food. So I could tell she was just like, all right, I would have probably said something, but let me keep my calm because it could get ugly. So she did the right thing.
I feel like I don't know. I just feel like that should have been checked in the moment. I remember my husband used to be like that, selfish with his food. I checked it so bad. He knows if we was on camera, that would never happen again. Like, so I'm just surprised that it's like, it's gone to this point where these behaviors have not been checked or corrected.
Oh, exactly. So he would, yeah, right. So I see what you're saying. That wasn't checked prior to even be on camera, so he don't even do it on camera because you damn sure.
Yeah, like I'm just surprised that he's like this at this point. Like to me, you like that in the beginning stages, and then it gets checked. And to be like that on camera, where she has to be like all meek and submissive and let it slide, like it's just like wow, like they're supposed to be past that point. And for him to be acting like that at this point is very telling.
Yeah, he also could be like, let me show my ass a little bit because she ain't gonna do much on camera. So he could do that too. Or sometimes they don't even realize they're on camera. That's their personality. He probably don't. After a while, they don't even realize the camera's rolling.
And she probably did lay into him after the cameras went off. Maybe that's why they're not even together anymore, because she felt like she probably did say something, because she definitely kept it cool. Even when they was in the confessional and he said something, I forgot what he said. Oh, when he was like talking about like when she was like, we need to like focus more on each other, and you know, because this fertility like really distracted us. And then he said something about, yeah, because of your hormones and them pills that she was taking had you like with an attitude or whatever he said. And then she was just like, she kind of looked at him and she was like, yeah. But you could tell,
yeah,
like
that was uncomfortable too.
It was, because it just seemed like he was not like, you know, empathetic toward like her situation. Like I know it's him in it too, but it just seemed like he just didn't give a damn.
That hurt her feelings, you could tell.
Yeah.
Okay, next. What the next topic? That Zarin lady, Housewives of
Jill Zarin.
Jill Zarin making her comments about Bad Bunny.
Yes, made her comments about him. I mean, listen, she should get fired. I know a lot of people saying free speech. I just feel like when you working for a big entity like entertainment, or what is the channel? ET? It's
Bravo. Oh,
it wasn't Bravo.
ET, they had a show, yeah. Entertainment Tonight.
Yeah, she was supposed to be like, it's supposed to be like some off-brand Housewives kind of show, but it was somewhere where she was gonna make money. It's still like a network, and she just ruined it for herself. So she should be. I would never, like, that's like me going on here. You know how it is working for law firms, and you know we all work for law firms and stuff like that. You think I would get on here and start talking about, you know, knowing that I'm affiliated with my law firm, and I'm gonna start having these I'm gonna not say negative opinion because it's her opinion, but just opinions, just strong opinions that's affiliated with, that they know I'm affiliated with my firm. Nobody knows what firm I work for, but if they were to know, I would never voice my opinion and like affiliate my firm with that. And I absolutely would expect to be fired. There's so many policies that I gotta sign, just even social media, speaking about the firm, speaking about like doing things that's off brand, that's considered negative to the firm's reputation. Like these are things that you should know.
Yes, I don't understand why she even wants social media. Stuff like that, you keep to yourself, or like they say, it's kitchen talk. Say it amongst your other white friends. But to go on social media and make comment in a negative way, and not only that, you're going to be working with so many different types of people. So that's another thing. This could potentially lead to a lawsuit if they feel like you have any negative thoughts or opinions about other, races. So when you're working in these type of networks, you have Latinos, you have Blacks, you have Asians, you have all types of people working there. So those strong opinions that you feel comfortable, putting up on social media, that raise a concern for anyone to hire you, unless they have the same thought like you do. And
Yeah.
then they'll look down upon, like, really, you hired her? That is questionable that you hired this woman. So her career is done. I mean, I don't think she's even on Housewives anymore. And if she
No,
is,
she's not. She's
welcome back.
been got. They let her go along. They fired her.
Good. So she basically right now is gonna be jobless for a pretty long time.
And I think a lot of
Ta-da.
times with her and her opinions, like I think some of these white supremacists, like her, think like they can have an opinion and not be touched. And this day and age, that white supremacy, keep that on the low and do what you can on the low. Like a lot of these white supremacists, they do what they can, hiring just whites, just suppressing other races, people of color, and they do it on the low. They never come out on camera. Why there's no white people working here? Why there's no white people on deck here? Where the white people at? Nobody says that, what she said. And I just think it's that white supremacy attitude where you think you're untouched. And now you're touched and you're fired.
And not only that, she's not the only one that I feel that have those type of thoughts. We also have Ramona. I think Ramona has shown racist behavior in the past. So,
and they should be reprimanded for that. And that's exactly what happened. You cannot do that this day and age. We are not in the 1800s no more. Like you think your grandfather did that and your great grandfather did that, and y'all might talk about it at the dinner table and stuff like that. But you can't bring that on camera and think it's okay because Trump is in office. You think you can just have free will to be speaking that racist, language, like the little dog whistles that she was doing. Nah, they let her know, and I'm so glad they let her know. It's nice to have free speech, but when you're working for these big entities like that, you guys to shut up. You can't have free speech when you're working for it, and if you do, there's consequences.
I agree, and I don't understand why people still do it and will continue to do it when you see what happens to other people. Why do you feel you're untouched? You don't have any people that canceled for saying less. But then again, in a couple of years or maybe in a couple of days, we'll hear somebody doing something because they don't have any control. You don't have any control. And that lets me know that you have that much dislike or hatred that you decide to pick up your phone, say these things, upload it, even put a caption. And I think, oh, maybe I shouldn't do this because what are people going to think? So it shows me the pure hate.
Yes.
Yep. It's not like some you do an interview and accidentally said something. To put a picture on Instagram, it takes a while. So you have enough time to think and be like, maybe I should put this.
And she was deleting and reposting stuff. Like, you're dumb. Like, why would you? And to me, like, she's been out of a job on networking, on networks and stuff like that, reality TV. She's been out of a job for years. Okay, she has not been on New York Housewives for so many years. They don't even have the New York Housewives anymore. They had a reboot, but even before the reboot, she was fired from a long time ago. So to get to not even be able to get on the show and have it 1-2 episodes, and you were canceled before it even saw the light of day, is like, it's horrible and it's embarrassing for her. So too bad. Next time, like, we living in a new age now. Hopefully your kid, it seemed like her kids did learn from it because they said her daughter did warn her, like, Mom, you crazy? Take that down. Like, are you crazy? And then she did delete it to repost something softer, but it was still racist. But it seemed like at least the generations to come know better. It's these these older generations, 50s, 60s, they still have that thinking of racism because now we're in a new world now where you got to shut up. Keep your little racist opinions to yourself.
Yeah. Sad. So next topic. What's the next topic?
Eugene and
Toya.
Toya, yeah. The interview with Carlos King. What do you think about that whole interview? Did you watch it? The whole
I
thing?
did. It made me know a little bit more about Toya's life and anything, but at the end of the day, all that talking she's doing about having I guess, counseling stuff like that, I didn't see it this season. Toya's the same old Toya. I don't know what type of counseling she's doing, but it doesn't seem like it's working. She still disrespects her man. He's still staying there in that relationship and getting bullied by Toya. He still has issues, think he's a fat geek kid, and Toya's the supermodel that he's with, so he's gonna just tolerate it. And that interview just once again proves that Toya has not changed and is lying about how I mean, when you look at the interview, it's not like the same person. I'm like, wait, this interview happened after the season, so the season was a month behind. But I'm assuming you're doing therapy while you were filming, and you have not changed one bit. Let's see at the reunion. Maybe we'll see a little bit of change, but this season she's been terrible. Terrible.
I just wish she would have took some accountability, like, and said, like, you know, she did sort of, like, she did say, like, I forgot what she said, but she took semi accountability, but it was still always like excuses about things. And I just feel like even things that she said, like, oh, God chose him for me. Like, it just seemed like she's really not that into him.
Yes, I thought the same thing, John. I'm like, what? I think he likes her if was she into Eugene or something. And she didn't say, oh yeah, I love that. I want to be a God chosen, meaning, damn, I had no other choice. God's telling me to take this man, let me take him.
I would at least lie. I would never say God chose. Like, if I'm with you, I'm gonna make you feel good about yourself. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna lie about it. I'm with you. We in this for life at this point. I'm not gonna tell you God chose you for me. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I love him. Like, there was whatever she became attracted to him eventually. So I would kind of zero in on that. I would never be like, yeah, God, I didn't choose him. God
chose me, and I had no other choice.
Yeah. God forced me because I love God. God made me do it.
That's exactly how I felt. Like, that girl, she loved the money, the status, whatever, but she was not attracted to a damn Eugene. She probably was like, look, he's a doctor. And he probably was giving her money. I'm going to be a doctor. I'll take care of you. He pimped her, kind of. You know, played her over. She's probably like, yo, he got money. He's going to be a doctor. I got status. But did she look at him like, yeah, he's good looking? No,
and that's just some stuff that she's saying to, like, it's almost like she's ridiculing him. There's no way, even if my man do have a small penis, nobody would know about his small penis.
I can't, yeah. She talked about the man's penis size. And the worst part is, after all these episodes of them talking about it, not one time she's like, oh, that's a lie. That's not true. Eugene never said, yo, she's lying.
He got a small penis. And then, why are you mad that even Eugene, like, he just seems to be on this whole ride with Toya, pro Toya, like, advocating for Toya. I get it. That's his wife. But she's 100% to blame. Like, I'm sorry. I don't care. Heavenly, whoever's bringing up his small penis years later, it's all because of her. Like, she talked about it. Why would you even say that? I would never let people know that my man's penis.
That was the time he should have broke up with Toya, divorced her behind. How do you go on national TV? You know how that must have put Eugene. I'm surprised he's not suicidal. That put him in such a depression.
As a man?
Yeah. And that lets you know he does. Because he never said anything else. She never said, oh, I was drunk. They just keep talking about what she said, but none of them kind of like, Toya never backtracked.
And that's how she feels. She literally, listen, that's the real, even if he does feel like he might have a big dick or whatever, she feels like his dick is small. She feels his dick is small. It's small. She's not pleased.
She's not pleased at all. And he knows that. That's the sad part.
That's what I'm saying. So that is so, and then they keep blaming everybody else when she's the one who let the cat out the bag about his small penis. Like, come on, like, listen, nobody else to blame but her. And I just feel like he keeps deflecting. He keeps like trying to say it's the ladies, everybody else bringing it up. No, when you come at me What? I'm gonna talk about your man's pinky penis. Okay.
Exactly. I don't understand how Eugene did not smack the crap out of her. I don't condone men hitting women, but at that point on national TV,
No, you gotta say he gotta leave, not smack her. You can't smack her.
Not smack, but she needed one of these in the forehead when you were little. She needs something, that's all. Because how do you say that? How do you say
And how
that?
do you come back from that? How do you come back from that?
I don't know. That and now every woman knows. And
Listen, like I said,
oh my God,
you're never gonna live that down. If you're on a Housewives show and you want to throw shade at me, I don't care if you tell me, oh, I don't like what pants you got on. I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, but your man got he got a pinky penis. What? I'm gonna be just like Heavenly. You get smart out the mouth, I'm gonna let you know your man's infant penis. What?
Exactly. And the worst part is when they make comments about that, she doesn't defend it.
Yeah.
She doesn't be like, well, I made a mistake. Or well, it might be small, but it's good to me or something. Yes. And he didn't even say, oh yeah, but when it might be small, but I be breaking your back or all that screaming you be doing. He didn't say nothing. So that lets me know sex is whack and his piece is small.
And yeah, and I think out of love, she still should have compensated for him, but she's not doing nothing. Nothing.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. She not say, well, it might be small, but I like it or something.
Yeah. She
didn't say nothing about it. And he never even stood on like, yo, she's saying small notes. Not no woman ever told me that before. Say that. So that lets me know that's facts. I mean, the minute she said it, I believed it anyway. But it's just sad, Eugene. It's sad. I mean, you got patients looking at your male friends, millions of people. Like
everybody's gonna know you as Eugene with the small penis. Everybody. They always gonna look. When I look at him, I think about he got a small penis.
Let me see. Every time I saw TV, I'm thinking about it. Like, oh my God, it's sad.
Yes.
I feel bad.
And it's because of her. She's 100% responsible. Not Heavenly, not nobody else. She's 100% responsible because you cannot think that you can come at somebody and you treat your husband the way that he does and you think these things are not going to resurface again after you're the one who let the cat out the bag. No, I'm bringing that up every single time and she's to blame.
Yep. I think he should have divorced her.
Yeah, after that, there's no coming back from that. Everybody know now he got a small penis. For her to say that, it was just like, girl, like you can't love that man. Like she loves what he can do for her, and she loved that she picked him because of God. And I just think like she's gonna roll with it. Like he's a nice man, and sometimes like I guess that's better when you want to have a family and you want to be, you want that stability. And he's giving her everything, where she does not have to do nothing. That is the ideal life that a lot of women would love to live and not have to work, not have to do nothing. I mean, but they claim being a housewife and being a stay-at-home mom is a job. So I don't know.
After a while, it's not. If your kids are old enough to come home and take care of themselves.
Exactly. You got to find something to do with yourself. There's social media now. There's games. Yeah. There's so much now to keep kids occupied.
Exactly. And they're mostly
she's good.
And if they're at school, you're home. Then if they're older, they're in sports, so they're hardly home. They have their friends. You're looking for stuff to do. So I don't know. You're not helping them with homework anymore. There's a lot you're not doing once they get a certain age. So now you're just being lazy.
Yeah.
At that point. Or start your own business at home or something,
I think she tried, but I don't know.
Yeah, she did that wine business.
And I still have it. I don't know why I didn't throw that away. She had like a skincare, like kind of makeup. When I went to BravoCon, was it her? I think it was her. She was giving out she had a representative there. She wasn't there that day I went there. She had a representative there giving skincare. It must have flopped because I haven't heard about it since.
I haven't either. I knew Jackie was having a skincare line. That was it. But
Yeah,
no.
now Jackie's doing the Scrubs.
Oh yeah, both of them on the show's doing Scrubs. That's kind of weird.
It's strange. Like it's like okay, I get it. Nobody mentioned it. I don't understand why Jackie's still on the show. I really don't get it. I don't understand. And then she keeps sitting by Andy. Like why is she giving that much? She brings nothing. Why is she sitting by Andy?
Wait, they never for doing reunion?
Every reunion, she's sitting by Andy.
Everyone? Oh god.
Every reunion, she's always sitting by Andy.
Maybe because she's the most established doctor on that show.
Please.
I mean, there's a lot of reasons why a lot of them. Why is Simone even on that show? All she does is scream and
No,
defend
Simone
stuff.
brings like the drama. She's about to go through divorce or whatever. She's always like she's getting
She
into
going
it
through
with
a
Dr.
divorce.
Heavenly.
Ain't going through a divorce.
I mean, she's not, but she talks about it. She's going through whatever with her kids. They taking advantage of her. I'm just saying that's her storyline. I just don't feel Jackie brings nothing, even when it comes to like trying to, have an opinion about the Simone and the Dr. Heavenly situation. Like she's straddling the fence. Like she brings nothing to me. I don't understand why Jackie's still on the show. And they give her too much props. Like when I think she brings nothing. Like she shouldn't.
Yeah,
Why is
I
she
don't
even
know
sitting
what
by
she
Andy?
brings.
It annoys
Huh?
me that she's even got a seat by Andy.
Yeah, I don't know what she brings on the show. She hasn't brought since the only time she brought something was a season when she knew her husband was cheated on her. Other
And
than
to
that,
me, she still didn't bring. I gotta watch. I don't remember watching seeing Did she really talk about it? Did we see therapy sessions with them? Like how we do with other reality shows and other relationships that's about to break up when they go to therapy? Like how we don't after that incident, we didn't really see how did they regain trust?
Yeah.
Like how is it today that she fully trust? We have not seen their recovery from the cheating scandal. We haven't seen nothing from her. Nothing. We don't know nothing about her life. Does she have nieces? I know she don't have kids. Does she have nieces? Does she have nephews? Where's her mother? Where's her father? Does she have them? Are they alive? Does she got brothers, sisters, anything?
Siblings?
Yeah, we don't see nothing about her. I just don't understand. What I don't understand. We see Heavenly. I don't think she get along with her siblings or whatever, her sisters or whatever. We know situations about her. And even with Dr. Greg always having her back, he talks a lot. Not Dr. Greg, what's his name?
Oh, I forgot.
Heavenly's husband.
Daddy.
Yeah, yeah, we'll call him Daddy. Well, yeah, even when we talk about with him, he's talkative. We don't really hear a lot from Dr. Jackie's husband. We hear a couple of words from him here and there, but we don't really know their story. So my point is I don't see why she's on the show.
That's a good point because now that I think about it, we saw except for Toy, but everyone we saw a family member. Jackie, we haven't seen any.
Yeah, we don't. That's something I just don't understand. What it is about Jackie that she's on the show and you sitting by Andy, you bringing something. I don't get it. It always I'm bewildered. I don't understand. Every time I see her, I'm like, why is she here? What is she bringing? And then even when she's able to bring something in the moment, when it comes to conflict and stuff, she's straddling the fence. And like I said, from other lives that we did, I never liked her since that Buffy situation. To me, and then even now, Dr. Simone ended up unfriending her, unfollowing her on Instagram, because even with situations where she could have an opinion, it's nothing wrong when two friends are getting into an argument to speak up for what's right. You don't have to go against your friend. Y'all both are friends, but what I am going to do is I'm going to tell my friend, I'm going to hold my friend accountable. Who's ever wrong in that situation, I'm not going to be afraid to say it. And she does not check Heavenly in that situation. Heavenly, Simone did not push Heavenly. It was not aggressive or nothing. And Dr. Jackie saw it. Eventually, she wasn't there, but even when Andy asked her later about the situation, she straddling the fence too much about Dr. Heavenly against Simone. Yeah. So I would have deleted her too. It would be done.
Yeah, I think their friendship should be done, and I think Jackie should not come back next season. She brings nothing.
She gonna come back every season, and she gonna be sitting by Andy every reunion,
Yeah.
which is annoying. Like that
She's
seat
not
could
really
be held for
fun.
somebody else.
She's too old and not fun at this point. Because at least Karen is older, but Karen has, you can see the fun side of Karen. She says things to make you laugh, but Jackie's like, it's like kind of watching
Exactly.
grandmother on there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she needs to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think what else? I think
Yes.
that's it as far as quick tea. We don't have nothing else as far as like, yeah, we talked about.
Yeah, we talked about all the quick teas. So that's it. Please like, subscribe, share this video. Also leave a comment below. Bye.
Toodles. Okay, wait, where is the